9% GDP. Huge. So this is all the material opulence. Still the question is there, where has this wealth gone? In Hindi, during my school days, I used to hear this. मेरे देश की धरती सोना उगले उगले हीरे मोती. मैं तो हमेशा बाहर देख के देखता था कचरा ही है हर जगह पे. Where is Sona, Hira and all that? And actually, when I did a research, I could find all these wonderful facts and figures. So wonderful. When it comes to education, it was topmost. It was Gurukul system. And in the Gurukul system, as soon as the child is admitted in the school, the guru will analyze his nature. That which category he actually belongs to. Is he an intellectual person? Is he an administrative class person? Or is he just or is he the one having a mind of business? Or is he some person who just wants to do some hard work? And accordingly, they will give training. Abhi jaise admission hota hai, ABCD, Johnny, yes papa, and all that starts. And now with the flow, people just join the same professional courses like engineering, MBBS, etc., whatever. I think you all know it better. Amazing Gurukul system. And one more important thing, all these students who would study in this Gurukul, they would be independent in their thought process. They would be independent, not depending on anyone in this entire world. They were independent, living a very, very happy and blissful life. Lifestyle was amazing. Anyone who was following the Vedic culture, lifestyle was amazing. Getting up early in the morning, not 9 o'clock. I'm talking about Brahma Muhurta, 4 o'clock. People would get up at that time, start doing mantra meditation, and the entire family would come together, discuss various Vedic scriptures. And then the husband goes out to work in the fields or wherever. Wife is taking care of various things. Again, evening, when everyone eat together, huge discussion on spiritual subject matter. Relationships were valued. Now, love at first sight, divorce at first fight. This is what is going on. I was traveling from Pandharpur to Bangalore. We had gone for a trip. So I was sitting beside the person. I asked, "What do you do?" He said, "I'm a senior inspector in Bangalore." I said, "Oh, sitting in civil dress, I was not knowing." And I asked, just curiosity. He was asking some questions to me about spirituality. So I asked him some questions about what are the major problems that you people face? Major reported cases. He said suicide is at the top in Bangalore. I said, how many cases per day? He told 100. I'm like, 100? But we don't hear all that. He said, we don't allow it to come out. And then I said, what is the second case? He said, divorce. He was telling me that almost every day, huge number of cases come. And they tell the couple that after 6 months you come, we will talk. So he was telling me, try to convince those two. Try to stay together, but still many hundreds of people get divorced. That's value of relationship, what to do. Spiritual practice, there was no need of course like this Bhagavad Gita course and this and that. It was ingrained in people. Every day, it was part of their life. Crimes were low. Naturally, crimes were low. There was no question of rape. There was no question of just like that murdering anyone and things like that. No. It was all wonderful. It was going on very nicely. Very rarely some case like that. And that person will be killed, will be hanged till death. And if you go and ask your grandparents' parents if they still are alive, even grandparents for that matter, just ask them, do you know a word called depression? They had no clue of what is called as depression. What is called as loneliness? Nothing. They're full. They're full from within. Therefore, we see that so much of wealth was there. The material side, on the spiritual side, all lost. Now the question is, where did that go? Let's analyze a very, very painful history of our India, our Vedic culture. First and foremost, we had contributors like Islamic invaders and Mughals who came. Now, these people who came, they were observing that every single Indian is so satisfied from within, so peaceful, and so independent, not dependent on anyone. And one thing that they were observing is, morning and evening, these people go to temple. They sit together and discuss something. They felt maybe the strength of the self-sufficiency is coming from these structures. Therefore, the first thing that they did was they started breaking these structures. Even today, if you go to the ancient temples, like here we have, is all the contribution of these great personalities who came, the Islamic invaders and the Mughals. They came and these destroyed various structures. The remnants are so beautiful. Think about the original structures which were there without any loss of any structure. Just think how beautiful it would be. There was a huge, in Hampi, there was a huge Narsimha Swami deity. Huge, so beautiful. But then these Mughals, they have broken some parts of the deities. And they forcefully converted people at that time. But then they failed. They didn't understand actually. It was not just the structure, there was something deeper than the structure. They couldn't understand that. Another thing that they did was they started looting. Now look at these facts. I was amazed. In Nagarkoti, Mohammad Ghazni did this very chore the ek number ke chore. Look at this. 18 crore worth of golden, dinars or golden coins. 28,000 kilos of gold and silver plates chori ki. 8,000 kilos of pure gold, 80,000 kilos of silver, 800 kilos of various jewels, including pearls, corals, diamonds, and rubies. It's very amazing that these people would go one case study from Mathura. As soon as they would want some money, they would go and loot Mathura. And again, after a few years, again they would go. And the best part is they would get more than what they looted before. This was the wealth that was there in the country. Then, yeah, this is the Mathura thing. Just see this nice thing. They found 5 golden idols whose eyes were 2 rubies valued at 50,000 dinars. Dinar is 275 rupees. So 1 dinar is that. You can calculate. And another idol was found with a sapphire ring weighted 2 kg. Ring I'm talking about. 2 kg ring. And when the deity was melted, 456 kilos of pure gold was found. Same thing with Somanath also. 2 crore dirhams of gold, silver, and gems from the temple. Devgir, there is another Alauddin Khilji. He looted from here 2,400 kilos of gold, 4,000 kilos of silver, 28 kilos of pearls, 8 kilos of precious stones, 4,000 pieces of silk, and other valuables. मतलब कपड़ा भी चोरी करते थे देखिए. So much. This was about looting various different things. But some things, this you'll find in various historic records. But there's some things which are hidden. Some things which are known only in the local places, which are recorded in their respective books. This was in the year 1323. Very, very painful history. Which temple is this? Srirangam. Very painful history of Srirangam. This was in 1323. Tughlaq Khan. So he had come to loot Srirangam at that time. And he couldn't, due to whatever reason. There was a huge festival that was held where 12,000 devotees were there. 12,000 devotees of Sri Ranganath Swami were present there. And this person, in the fit of not able to loot the place, he ordered his soldiers and they killed 12,000 devotees. Can you imagine the hard-heartedness of these people, what they did? Now, these people were not very intelligent, very stupid. They're all doing things forcibly. But then came the intelligent people. Then came Britishers. Now, Britishers were also observing the same thing. Even after all these Mughal rule, how many years Mughal rule was there? Mughal Islamic invaders and all? 200, 300, yes. If I'm not wrong, it's around 500 or something like that. Huge, 500, 600, huge number of years. Even when all this was going on, still, people of India, they were very much independent, satisfied, self-sufficient. And Britishers, they said, there's something more. इतने में नहीं होगा. Temple structures are not the thing. There's something more, and they were able to make out the root of all that. That the opulence that we see in India, the spiritual opulence, is all from the Vedic scriptures. Vedic scriptures are written in which language? Sanskrit. They found this, and they immediately employed Indologists. Now, what these who are Indologists? The ones who study, the various languages, and they give their interpretations of whatever. So first came Alexander Tuff. He established Scottish College in Kolkata. Even now also it is there, if I'm not wrong. And it was the headquarters against the campaign against Sanatana Dharma. And what were these people doing? William Jones. He mastered 16 languages. And his goal was this: somehow pull the faith of people down in the authority of Vedic scriptures. Then came H.H. Wilson. He was very intelligent. He said, give awards to those Indians who come with refutation for their own scriptures. Even at that time, I think people were there who were doing all this, refuting their own scriptures. Max Muller. Now see, these people are wonderful. Huh? They came from foreign and they became scholars in Sanskrit. And Max Muller did this. He gave wrong interpretation of Vedic text. At that time, they started undermining the Sanskrit language and they started saying English is best. And they started converting people. Gurukuls were converted. Everything was converted, and then the language became English, which we are also speaking today. Now look at this address which Lord Macaulay is giving. Very nice. He says, I have traveled across the length and breadth of India and I have not seen one person who is a beggar, who is a thief. Such wealth I have seen in this country, such high moral values. I think no beggar, he is saying. In the Vedic times, you know who were the beggars? Beggars were in saffron. Sannyasis. They would go door to door to beg. And you know what was the goal of begging? They would not take more than one fist of rice, one fist of flour. They'll not take more than that. Because they were not actually there for begging, but they were there to educate those householders from Vedic scriptures. So they were those high-class people going around with begging bowls to beg. So he's saying, I didn't see any beggar. And no thief, he's saying. And also he makes a nice statement, people of such caliber that I do not think we would ever conquer this country unless we break the very backbone of this nation, which is her spiritual and cultural heritage. And therefore I propose that we replace her old and ancient education system, her culture. For if the Indians think that all that is foreign and English is good and greater than their own, they will lose their self-esteem, their native culture, and they will become what we want them, a truly dominated nation. This was addressed in 1835. Very intelligent people. Very intelligent. They directly broke the backbone. They attacked the backbone, that was spiritual culture. And they were very clear. Look at the analysis that they did. It's all because of the education system, replaced the education system. And therefore, he changed the entire education system. And he started saying various different things, very offensive things. He started saying, he said, Indian languages contain neither literary or scientific information. Indians are poor and rude. They should be enriched by our help. They were beggars, not we. And then he says, a single shelf of European library is more than all the Indian literatures put together. Just to give you a fact, the very ancient Western literature is Iliad and Odyssey, and they have got 27,000 lines. You know how many lines we have, or how many shlokas we have in Mahabharata? 1 lakh. Where is 27,000 and where is 1 lakh? And these people have the audacity to make these statements, you see. All historic Vedic texts put together has less knowledge than that of primary schools of England. Now, this is what they were preaching at that time. Many of personalities they refuted, but a lot of people fell. What to do? because the majority was doing this. And another very important thing that he said was all the works of Sanskrit in Vedas is just a fiction of imagination. कोई सच्चाई नहीं है. This is what he mentioned. See, even today, when we talk about Ramayana, Mahabharata, when we educated people, when we come together and we discuss with about Mahabharata, Ramayana, what do we call one word for Mahabharata and Ramayana people use? Mythology. Yeah. You know what do we mean by mythology? Anyone knows? Myth, fiction, that which has never taken place. All glories to Lord Macaulay. They were successful. They injected this obnoxious, ugly thought that Ramayana and Mahabharata never happened. How it didn't happen? Even today, if you see on the Indian Ocean, on the Google map, you will find the traces of Ram Setu. You'll still find floating stones if you go to Rameshwaram. Last year in November, I was there in Rameshwaram. First time I went, I was amazed to see all that. Kurukshetra is still there. Various different temples are still there. Who gave the authority to these people to categorize all this as fiction? But unfortunately, even today, many of the people, I'm not sure if everyone knew that mythology means that which has not taken place. But many of the times, people don't know the meaning of mythology. And this discussion ke time pe they say, I love Indian mythology. Then sometimes I ask, what is the meaning of mythology? No, Prabhuji, what is that? It's a fiction. Oh, is it? I never knew this. This is what people say. Very painful, huh? Very painful. He made people, or these people made us believe that, oh, this is mythology. This is just a myth and nothing else. And he made a very wonderful statement. We must educate Indians in English so that we create a class of people who are Indian in blood and color, but English in taste, opinions, morals, and intellect. For this class, we will upgrade the dialects to the Western nomenclature. They did it. They did it. Let's analyze. He says Indian in complexion and blood. Attire. You see, our attires have changed. So at that time, they introduced jeans. Don't get offended. I'm not against jeans. I used to wear. You know whom the jeans was given? Who were wearing jeans at that time? Workers, laborers, labor class. Why? To keep keep the tools. And also the jeans pants are very thick, no? They don't get torn apart fast. But now the irony is people, they purchase torn jeans for higher cost. And I used to wear before. Can you imagine how much change? ऊपर से नीचे पूरा change कर दिए, attire change कर दिए. Second, attitude. So now when it comes to opinions and attitude, literally I have seen this. Everything that is Western is good. If it is made from somewhere West, oh, that is good. This is what is there in the head now. Everything Western is good. Everything. Festivals. Abhi bataiye, do we have the same pomp and same grandeur in the festivals that we celebrate? Diwali, Holi, etc. In school, I'm sure you people didn't have that festival in the school. There is a nice festival now in the school where kids dress themselves as demons. What it is called as? Halloween. बहुत famous festival हो गया ये एकदम. So I just spoke about this Halloween. I was giving this class 2 years back in our Sarjapur center, and all married people were sitting. Their kids were also there, 2-3 kids. As soon as I said Halloween, then one boy spoke. Actually, my teacher says that demons are there in the earth. So if we dress ourselves as demons, then these demons will not come and harm us. Therefore, it is good to dress as demons. No, wow, क्या बात? ये सिखाया जा रहा है स्कूल में. You see, this nonsensical festival, already we have demoniac qualities. उसके ऊपर से you have to dress also like that as demons. But there, Kids are not educated. Kids are more interested in some toffee, chocolates, what they get on that day. This is what I heard. I'm not seeing the festival happening. Valentine's Day. ये कहाँ से आया ये Valentine's Day? Where is it coming from? And various other festivals like New Year. अपना New Year है क्या? 31st December. इतना लोग पी के सोते हैं उस दिन. Ulti pe ulti, vomit, and then on the 1st of January, say let's consider that's a New Year. Let's consider 1st of January, it's a New Year. Then on the day of New Year, people are getting up in the afternoon, 12 बजे, and they're opening mobile. Happy New Year. अरे भाई सोया है तो happy क्या होगा तेरा पूरा साल? क्या क्या happy होने वाला है? Birthday. मतलब you get a cake, उस पे दिया लगाओ, पहले दिया को बुझाओ. According to the Vedic culture, you lit a lamp to create auspiciousness. And we celebrate the birthday by extinguishing the auspiciousness. College में तो किए रहेंगे हम लोग. I'm sure you might have done this. So in the college, we have this concept of birthday bumps. Yeah? I still remember when my back in Bits Pilati days, ऐसे उठाते थे, वुडलैंड का शूज पहन के इतना मारते थे उसको पीछे. It was as if, why did you take birth? Therefore, we are beating you. At night, 12 o'clock, where are these things coming from? In our Vedic culture, there is no question of night celebration. According to scriptures, night celebration is all for demons. When it comes to a celebration, Brahma Muhurta, 2 hours before sunrise, that's how the celebration starts. Where is nocturnal culture coming from? Western. People like to do that. Anyways, I can speak a lot on festivals. Aspirations. Now, so many people want to go to West. उधर जाके पैर रखा तो ही जन्म सार्थक होगा उनके. Yes. So many people want to go out to study also. No offense, but a lot of my students who are from Andhra, they were telling, Prabhuji, US jana hai. I said, why Prabhu? It is considered very auspicious in our community. And parents also say, go and just keep your step and come back, no problem. Food. Food also, you see, I'm not sure about you people, how much you're fond of pizza and burger, pasta. Small kids now, school-going kids. Pizza, pasta is what they like. One of our ISKCON sannyasis, he says, pizza, pasta, narak ka rasta. He says. I'm just trying to emphasize on one thing, that is how our entire existence has got changed, even lifestyle for that matter. Nocturnal lifestyle is what people like nowadays. Night mein, jo karna hai night mein. Yes, nocturnal lifestyle. All these different things that we see, the casinos and the pubs and this and that, everything borrowed from the West. Borrowed, nahi, they embraced from the West. This is the right word I can say. They embraced from the West. This is what the Britishers did. But what Mughals couldn't do in 600 years, what Britishers couldn't do in 200, 300 years, our media did it in 50 years. I don't know what this media gets, who funds the media, why they're against Sanatana Dharma, I really don't know. See what, okay, I'll present some facts for you. There's a great serial that is going on. I don't know if it's still going on, it was there. So, over? Okay. Radha Krishna serial. Now, personalities like us who have read Srimad Bhagavatam, and in that, the entire Krishna Lila is described very beautifully. And then when we hear the things that are shown here, it really gives a lot of pain. First thing, you see, there are worshipable deities. And when they present, when this media presents on the big screen and small screen, they present them as jokers. They romanticize everything. Like in this serial. So Krishna, he left Vrindavan at the age around 11, 12. That was the time. And he left Vrindavan, he went to Mathura. Now here this person is age of 16 in this serial. And who is playing the role? 24-year-old person is playing the role of Krishna. And then there is a girl who is playing the role of Srimati Radharani. Abhi bataiye, when they come together and their dealings, itna romanticize karke ekdam batate hai. That's what people feel. That's what people feel. And that's what they compare also. the current stupid relationship to the divine relationship of Shri Radha and Krishna. 9-year-old Krishna as Rasa Leela is played by a 24-year-old person in the serial. Naturally, the body language and other things will be different, no? Now, when the current generation sees all this, what they will think, oh, this is how our worshipable deities are. Oh, who will worship such people? Another thing, in Krishna Leela, demons were sent by whom? From Mathura? Kans. To kill whom? Krishna. This is according to Srimad Bhagavatam, Vedic scriptures. But in this serial, demons are coming to kill Srimati Radharani. ऐसा कोई demon नहीं था जो राधा रानी को मारने आया था. In this serial, the demons are coming to kill Radharani, and then Krishna goes flying there and he holds his heroine and then he goes up and this and that. This is the stupidity. Yeah. Now, when all this is happening, you just think the facts are twisted so much and they're presented in a very, very filmy and a romantic way with masala just to increase their TRP. But the faith of people is getting hampered. Now, Srimati Radharani never meets Rukmini. But in this serial, Srimati Radharani is teaching how to cook kheer to Rukmini. मतलब एकदम जोकर बना रखा है हमारे वर्शिपेबल देवी देवता को. Lord Shiva was portrayed as a joker only in some movie called PK. You see? There was a very painful article that was posted. It's a very famous website. Many people follow. Someone can read this loudly.
Durga Puja is the most controversial racial festival where the face-skinned beautiful goddess Durga is depicted usually killing a dark-skinned native called Mahishasura. Mahishasura, a brave, self-respecting leader, was tricked into marriage by the audience. They hired a sex worker called Durga who enticed Mahishasura into marriage and killed him after 9 nights of honeymooning during.
See what they're presenting, and the current generation is reading all this. अभी शास्त्र तो पढ़े नहीं है. Because people say we don't have time to read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and Vedic scriptures. Now they will read all this only, and it's so short, na? Now in quotes they're just given, and you can just circulate on WhatsApp, and this is what people read, and this is what the current generation thinks is bona fide and right. And how can Ma Durga be called like this? And Mahishasura is glorified. He was a demon. And these 9 nights, the sacred 9 nights or Navaratri, which is celebrated, that they're calling it as honeymoon. Can you imagine what's happening around? All glories to media. That's why I said what Britishers couldn't do in 300 years or 200 years, what Mughals couldn't do in 500, 600 years, media is doing in last 50 years, just breaking the faith of people into powder. This is what is happening. And we have various movies. I don't know if volume is there. सुनाई देता है माइक मार कहाँ है माइक. ठीक है सुन रहा है.
हम सबको बनाया है. हमने तो सिर्फ उनकी मूर्तियां बनाई है. पूजा कर सकते, अपनी सुख की बातें कर सकते, भीतर सुंदर निकलेगा तो बहुत पूजा कैसे भगवान को किसी कारण से वो डायरेक्ट कुछ हो लेता है. डायरेक्टली सूरत है तो फिर मूर्त की क्या जरूरत है. तो ये करोड़ से रहा है करवाएगा क्या.
Was it audible behind to everyone? Yeah. I have not watched this movie. I watched. What's the use of watching all this nonsense? But then this clip was sent to me. See, so systematically, firstly, the way the deity is handled in the hand. Yes. The hero, firstly, is not belonging to Sanatan Dharma, and he's doing all that nonsense. And see, the dialogues you see, analyze the dialogues. The dialogues are किसने किसको बनाया first, second, transmitter fit है क्या, third, the shopkeeper is saying वो तो directly सुन लेते हैं. Then he's asking what is the need of deities. Now you see, subtly a message is passed that there is no need of deities in the temple. There is no need. Look at the way they're destroying our faith in the deities. Also, another movie. This I had to watch. This was when it was released. I was serving as a e-counselor during my college days. My mail ID was there and WhatsApp number was there on an international website. A lot of mails would come, and when this movie was released, mails after mails were coming. Then I thought, let me watch the movie, and this is what one clip is. So now, this very, very important activity that we see in our Vedic culture, where people go and offer milk to the deities, it's authentic according to Vedic scriptures. It's called Abhishek, Mahabhishek. It's authentic. Now, the entire theme in this was that why waste milk on a stone? Why put oil in the lamp and burn? The entire theme in this entire talk that this person is giving, the arguments was, there's so many beggars sitting outside. There's so many beggars out there. And here they're wasting money. One shouldn't waste money. And after this movie, when I was giving sessions, at that time, somewhat similar session, I used to ask people, how many of you feel this is right? And guess what? Majority of people would raise their hand saying, yes, it's wastage. I have a question for all of you who still have that thought in the mind that is a waste of money. How much money? 10 rupees of milk? Maybe another 20 rupees of oil. I have a question to all those people who have this thought that it's waste of money and that should be given to beggars sitting outside. I have a question that where are those beggars? Are those beggars dead when people go to pubs and bars and drink alcohol, throwing so much of money? Are those beggars dead when people celebrate such big ceremonies, going to beaches and this and that? How much money is spent by these celebrities on their marriages and various other occasions? And forget about all that. This movie itself, how many crores was spent? You're so very much eager to help poor, give same money to poor. If this movie's money would have been given to poor, I think all poverty would have been out. But the 10 rupees milk bothers them, and all that nonsense that they're doing, that doesn't bother them. Just think about this one point. How much food is wasted, how much people do sense gratification, throwing so much of money. This one thing that you will see in this entire propaganda that is there is sense gratification, no one will speak. As soon as there's some spiritual practice, some ritual, immediately people raise their voice. People don't want to pause their sense gratification, but people want to pause their spiritual practice. Literally targeting Sanatan Dharma. Why there is not so much of talk on conversions? Only one movie came, if I'm not wrong. Some story of Kerala or something, yes. But why frequently it doesn't come? Why? Why so much of controversy is not discussed? They are very much fearful, Little also they touch the faith of some other faith. One lady spoke something against one faith. The entire world was behind her to kill her. I hope all of you know the political lady. Can you imagine what is happening around? Very systematically, our faith, especially, who are the target? We educated people. We are the target, for all this. Systematically, our faith is broken down. Systematically, faith is broken down. They have killed our faith in Vedic scriptures. Therefore, today, such a painful thing. When we tell youngsters or youth, young men like you all, to register for Gita course, distribute Bhagavad Gita, people straightforward in the face they say we don't believe in all this. Who gave you the right to not believe? It's there in our blood. Faith in Vedic scriptures is there in our blood. Who gave you the right to not believe? It's mandatory. Spiritual practices in Vedic culture in India is mandatory. Who gave you the right not to believe? But then what to do when the brainwashing happens? This is what happens. Very, very badly. Even today, there are people who come for our session, but after some time, they just fizzle out after some time. Why? Same thing, because the programming is so much in the head by all these people that it's so difficult for people to accept the facts and figures from Vedic scriptures. Very difficult. They have this thing, no, it's fiction, it's mythology, all this fit here. Nicely fit here. I always ask this question, even in the first class, it was put on the slide. If you really call yourself scientific, you should have your aim followed by apparatus, procedure, observation, then conclusion. Not that just aim and conclusion. Tell me, aim and conclusion, who gives this? It's coming from all this. Whatever we saw today, they give aim and they give conclusion. बीच के कुछ नहीं बताते लोग. But still, in this assembly when I'm sitting, I'm really proud. Mughals tried for 600 years to break our faith. Britishers tried for 200-300 to break our faith. Media is trying its best to break our faith. And today we have in this hall more than 80 people sitting to hear about Bhagavad Gita. A loud applause for yourself, please. Yes. नहीं कर सकते, ज़्यादा break नहीं कर सकते वो. They have broken, they have harmed our faith, but they cannot break it completely. We cannot allow that. We cannot. Therefore, one thing which I always say at the end of the session is, we educated ones have to retrieve the lost treasure. Sometimes people ask me that you are in such a big position, you passed out from such a prestigious college, you were earning so nicely, why did you give up? Why did you give up all that and now you're preaching the message of Gita? Because I had this pain in my heart. The way it is going, this was giving me a lot of pain. I was thinking, I cannot change the entire world. I'm a very, very small person. I cannot do that. But I was thinking, if I can help even 10 people to revive their faith on the Vedic culture, especially Srimad Bhagavad Gita, before dying, I'll smile and die. Because I helped those 10 people. We all have the responsibility, because we have to revive, retrieve the lost treasure, or else trust me, we will be destroyed in future. For sure, we will be destroyed. Because without the life manual called Bhagavad Gita, human beings cannot sustain. Even after having all that externals, why still people are hollow and dissatisfied, depression, suicide? Why? Because treasure is lost. The real treasure is missing from the heart. Therefore, I request all of you, you have begun your journey. Now, all of us together have to retrieve this lost treasure and spread the same to other people. और उसके लिए समझना बहुत जरूरी है. When we, many times people say, Prabhuji, भगवद गीता में ऐसे दिया है कि अच्छा काम करो. मतलब कहाँ दिया है? I've read all 700 shloka. Where does it? Where a shloka ends with this line only? अच्छा काम करो. नहीं Prabhuji, WhatsApp पे पढ़ा, Insta पे पढ़ा. Oh, that's an amazing reference. Very nice. Very nice. I do understand. When I was working as a corporate professional, obviously I do understand that taking out time might be difficult. But for our own sake, we have to take out time and study this Gita. 3 things I always say: how to retrieve this spiritual treasure that we have lost by regular spiritual practice. And these are 3 things which will help us to reinstate our faith on the Vedic scriptures completely again. First one is everyday mantra meditation. Mantra meditation has got this very, very wonderful quality. It can just remove all the kachra that is there in the head, all the negative impressions. You will experience yourself. If you keep practicing for months, you'll experience yourself. I've been doing this from 2010, and with confidence, I can say this to all of you. Second, regular study of Gita. थोड़ा शर्म से तो at least पढ़ना चाहिए. This is what I would say. And we have tried our best, because when I started my spiritual journey, I was searching on YouTube for systematic class on Gita and I was not getting that. Then I decided that time when I'll study completely the entire Gita, I will record videos on each and every shloka. And it was 3 years of endeavor during COVID time where we were able to record videos on each and every shloka of Gita for 5 to 10 minutes. Because nowadays people don't have time more than that. And I've tried my best to cover the entire shloka, its understanding, its meaning, its connection. One shloka and the previous shloka and the next shloka. Connection between the chapters. Why Arjuna is asking that question? Why Krishna is giving that answer? How to apply that in day-to-day life? All that is covered in 5 to 10 minutes. So it's there as a Bhagavad Gita app, shloka a day. So you all can download that and you can start watching. Every day 10 minutes of mantra meditation, 5 to 10 minutes of this video, and weekly one session like this physically coming together. Because when you come together physically, you will see a huge spiritual energy getting generated. And we can do something for sure. I have this confidence. All these volunteers who are coming, all these are my wonderful students who have been attending such sessions. They all are working like you. They also slog from Monday to Friday. But still they take out time on Friday evening and Saturday morning just to call you all to come here. Just for this one reason, so that all of us can come together and at least help each other to revive our faith on Vedic scriptures and make our life blissful, peaceful, very, very satisfying. And when we are smiling in our life, other people will come and ask, how are you so satisfied and happy? Then with confidence you can say, because I revived the treasure which I had lost. That can be your response. So thank you very much. I end here. Any questions? Yes. What's your name? Shubham.
Actually, I was just giving that Shloka day app to my mother. So the thing is, it is in English.
Hindi में चाहिए. I've got this many requests. We are trying. We'll see. ये और 3 साल डालना होगा मुझे.
What happens is, I can understand it.
Correct.
And I don't have time to sit and explain.
Yes. I asked my friends from North India who are serving in the temple. So one devotee has promised me that he's going to make videos on every shloka. On Kannada we have started working. On every regional language we have started working now. So let's see, next few years it should be out. Yes, it is needed. It is needed. Any questions? Yes. Pass the mic in. Give it. Hare Krishna.
So, are you in the place where Sita Mata left home? So, what was that state? The second one was energy state of mind after Ramji went for.
Oh, okay, that's a very nice question. Maybe during Dashara I'll cover this more detail. There's something called as the ecstasy of separation. So in depression, what happens? In depression, the person's goal is not clear. Okay, that's depression. Some session we are going to discuss about depression definition also. So goal is not clear. The goal is very hazy. That's called depression. But these personalities, they're always absorbed in the thoughts of Lord Ram. Their goal was very clear. भगवान राम के चरण को पाना है बस और कुछ नहीं चाहिए जीवन में. That is not depression. That's ecstasy of separation. Now this will take a little time. In technical language, it's called as Vipralamba Bhav. Yes, Arjuna's state can be somewhat called as depression for 45 minutes. And if you understand the background of that, the background was Krishna put him personally in his Maya. ऐसे कोई नहीं हो सकता. अरे अर्जुन कैसे डिप्रेशन में जा सकता है? How is it possible? Same Kauravas, when they were in that Agyatavas going on, when the Pandavas were living in incognito in Matsya Desh of King Virata, the same Kauravas had come to attack Virata's kingdom. And the same Arjun, as a transgender, he defeated all the Kauravas. Same Kauravas. Abhi depression mein kaise gaya wo? It was Krishna's Maya just to teach us Bhagavad Gita to all of us. What's your question? Okay, this is the last question I'll take. After that, I'm here only today till the dinner, so we can discuss more.
Like you said, a lot of people are influenced a lot by this negative portrayal of ideal.
Correct.
So Sri Ram is
No, by the way, Ram, I didn't speak. Now people say, I love Ram. Ladies, I've seen some videos. I love Ram. I hate Ram. ये सुरपणखा ही बोलेगी ऐसे और yes,
Sri Krishna is all sorts of
correct, correct.
negative characters. There are people in my friends circle even, and how do I tackle such people? When we have discussions that you are completely influenced by negative portrayal of our leader.
See, first and foremost, I would suggest all of you are beginning your spiritual life. You have to become very strong. Yeah. What happened is in my initial years, I attended 2-3 sessions. I was in first year of engineering. I was sitting in the lab, experiment lab. So the teacher went out for some time. 2-3 sessions only I attended, and I started started arguing with my college mates, classmates, and they just bulldozed me like anything. Then I called my mentor. I said, "Prabhuji, वो सब हरा दिए मुझे." My mentor told me, "अरे तुझे किसने बोला था डिबेट करने के लिए? आता ज़्यादा कुछ है नहीं तुझे." The thing is, we have to become very strong in the understanding of scriptures, especially Bhagavad Gita. If you become strong in this one scripture, Bhagavad Gita, and you understand the basis of the entire Vedic culture, then you can counter any question that the person is asking. But as of now, our faith is common because they have attacked so much. We have actually got injured. Huh? I'm telling you, all of us are injured. So our faith as of now is injured, and it's very common, very sensitive. So when you get into a discussion and try defeating them, the only thing that will happen is we will fall into delusion with a lot of doubts. If as of now, I suggest each and every one of you here, these sessions that we have designed, the 12 sessions that we have, out of which this is third session, right? So these 12 sessions, we are trying our best to cover all the facts and figures possible in a thematic way from Gita. So try your best to attend all this without fail, without missing even one. And then you will see the very subtle aspects of our life, gross aspects of our life, spiritual aspects of our life. Then you'll be eligible enough, to speak something on the subject matter. Then I'm sure you'll be able to defeat, various arguments which are coming around. But now I would say when something happening like that, just leave the place. Don't participate. Leave the place. So now wear the weapon. So what I'm giving you all in these sessions, what Pranjay Prabhu is giving you all in the session, is the armor, a sword, and a shield. As of now, you've not got it completely. We are learning to hold it and to use it. The day when we are ready, then yes, go ahead and start slashing everyone's conceptions. Make sense? Yeah. Okay, so we'll do mantra meditation. So today is a very auspicious day of Ekadashi, so we can distribute the beads. You will distribute the beads. Yeah. You all can stand up and maybe stretch your legs if you want, and sit down. Take the beads. You can wipe your hands with this water and receive the beads. And we'll do mantra meditation. Today we just delayed by 5-10 minutes because I was late. So please forgive me. Can we do it a bit quick? Beads थोड़ा जल्दी distribute. इसको off करो. White lights. Yes, please settle down, everyone. The ones who have not received beads can stand so that volunteers can come to you and leave the beads. Yeah. Give me one beads. How many of you come for the first time today? Okay, quite a few. Okay, I'll teach how to chant, and it will be a revision for others. So we hold the beads like this, without touching the index finger, and this feather bead will move towards you, like this, towards you. The feather bead will move towards you. And on every bead, we're going to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, everyone with your eyes closed. Let's prepare our mind for mantra meditation. So today we had an elaborate session on lost wealth. How badly our faith is injured. And the treatment that is given in the Vedic scriptures is spiritual practice. Only by spiritual practice our faith will be revived and we'll be able to advance in spiritual life for the eternal blissful life. And mantra meditation is the topmost spiritual practice. What we're going to do now. Just by doing this every day, you will see a huge difference in your life. Huge transformation you'll be able to see. Tell your mind that be conscious that you're sitting in a temple-like atmosphere. Be conscious that you're sitting with spiritually inclined people, huge in number in this entire hall. The ones who are sitting here are not ordinary people. Even after the injury on faith, still people are here. Just imagine how strong their faith will be. So tell your mind, I'm getting this opportunity only once in a week, don't disturb me. Also be conscious of the sacred beads in your hand. And be conscious of the sacred mantra that you're going to chant. Only two things that we're going to do. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and hear it attentively. If you're able to hear even one mantra clearly, your own chanting clearly, the entire mantra meditation is successful. Try your best to keep your mind on the mantra. Let's begin. It's just a 10 minutes activity. Try your best to control your mind and put it on the mantra. Let's begin. Please repeat after me the invocation prayer. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Everyone, in one voice, let's try our best to chant clearly and hear it attentively. Everyone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Slow down.
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna. Keep your eyes closed. So we have chanted 108 times. Today is a very, very auspicious day called Ekadashi, which comes twice in a month. And a lot of spiritualists, they practice a lot of spiritual practices on this particular day. And we all have chanted 108 times. We're going to chant the last 3 times now. Tell your mind it's last 3 times. And try your best to hear each and every word of the mantra. It's only 3 times. Try your best. Let us all begin for the last 3 times for this evening. Everyone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Now chant the same mantra in your mind 3 times without moving your lips. Everyone. Let's all offer a silent prayer to Lord Shri Krishna. Let's pray to him on this auspicious day of Ekadashi that please empower us and please give us strength so that we can continue on the path of spirituality, on the path of bhakti, so that we can advance in spiritual life and help as many people as possible. Many of you sitting here will be getting married soon or sooner or later. It's very important to advance in spiritual life because to take responsibility of entire family is a very big thing. Wife, kids. Only a spiritually elevated person can be a good father, can be a good husband, and he is the one who can carry the entire family to the eternal happiness that everyone is hankering for. So pray to the Lord for the strength to continue on this path and become advanced in spiritual life. And also let's pray for all our near and dear ones We are fortunate to revive our faith by attending these sessions, but there are many who don't have this opportunity. Let's pray for them that someday they also get this opportunity to understand the reality. And also, as students of Gita, as Sanatanis, it is our responsibility to pray for each and every living entity all around the creation for their well being. So let's take 30 seconds and pray for all these personalities and ourselves for our spiritual advancement. Yes, you can gently open your eyes. And then- So thank you very much for such a wonderful chant. You all can pass the beads to the volunteers. So before we go for the Aarti, the auspicious Aarti of this Ekadashi, some announcements. First and foremost, I would like to thank the entire team here. There are 8 people who are coming here just to organize this entire program from ACS layout from Marathali area, just for all of you. They reach here at 3:30 or 4 o'clock, and they do all the setup, put the mats and set the altar ready and everything. And after winding up everything, they leave this place only by 8:30 or 9, and they reach there by 9:30 or something. So I'm really grateful to all of them because they're taking out time on Friday evenings and Saturday morning, Saturday evening. Without such selfless people, we cannot do anything for common public in this world. Not possible. My heartfelt prayers for them for their spiritual progress. Today is a very auspicious day, as I already said. It's Ekadashi. Last Saturday we celebrated Ganesh Chaturthi. It's a very auspicious time that is going on. So today, I would request all of you, since all of you are very sincere, you have started chanting on beats. You should have your personal beats so that you can chant every day. These beats are very sacred and very powerful, very, very powerful. I received my beads in 2010. And from that time, by the blessings of the Lord, we started our journey of spiritual life. So every day, chanting on the beats for 10 minutes, one shloka of Gita, either you read from Gita or you hear the video lecture that is there on the app, and coming together like this on Saturday evening. This is what is spiritual practice. There's no need to do more than this. Just these 3, I give you in writing if you want. Each and every person sitting here, if you follow this, you'll advance very fast in spiritual life. So I request all of you, for mantra meditation, beads are very, very important. So please make sure you have your beads. So I requested the team today that offer beads in the altar. So it's offered in the altar. So after the Aarti, you can pick your beads, going near the Lord, and pray to the Lord. By the way, only those who have attended 2 sessions, minimum 2 sessions, can take beads today. Because 2 sessions show some consistency. So only those who have attended minimum 2 sessions, they can take beads today. The ones who have come for the first time, you can wait. Maybe next session you can take. So I always say spiritual things shouldn't be taken for free. So I was checking with them what is the cost of beads and bead bags? 150. 150. You take your beads and before leaving you can pay. Chori nahi karna, samajh rahe na? Yes. So you can purchase it for yourself. And requesting all of you, and I'll also pray to the Lord, that every day consistently try your best to do it. I'll be very, very happy if all of you advance in spiritual life. And also, yes, you can have your personal copy of Gita. And one very important announcement is many times people ask, after 12 sessions, what? So we have level 2. There's level 1 that is going on, level 2. But I'm a bit strict in this. I don't allow everyone to go to level 2. Only those who have attended minimum 6 sessions here physically. And the ones who are consistently chanting 1 round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day without fail, they can go to the next level. Because without spiritual practice, because level 2 is very, very deep philosophy that we're going to discuss. Because now what we're discussing is various different aspects of this world, and then we're going to discuss deeper aspects of this world and our life. So for that, we need some spiritual consciousness, higher level. Therefore, these two, satsang, coming together, and chanting 1 round of Hare Krishna Mantra every day will make us eligible to receive the philosophy nicely. Requesting all of you, I want all of you to go to level 2. So please make sure that you attend these sessions. Obviously, if you're traveling and if you have some really genuine reason, you can always watch it online, make notes, and send it to your mentor. They'll send it to Pranjay Prabhu, myself, so we'll go through it. Yes. So this is the app that I was talking about. So you all can download it from either App Store or Play Store. It's available. Just type Shloka a day and you'll find it. Next session, I have promised that I'll be coming next session also. So we will meet next session as well. The next session topic is dealing with adverse situations. Many times people have this question, why do bad things happen to good people? Why there are some people suffering? Why there are some people enjoying? Why is it that I am blessed and there are so many other people who are not blessed? Or sometimes people say, why me? All these questions we'll answer next session. Very, very important session based on the philosophy of karma. So let's meet next session. I'll try my best to be on time at 5:30. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I hope all of you are liking Pranjay Prabhu's sessions. Yes, all of you? Chalo, good, I'm happy. Yes. Anything else you want to? Okay. You can announce it. You can announce.
So how was the session? Very nice. So we also have quiz winners. We send them quiz and there were many responses for the quiz immediately. So when they